Imagine waking up each morning and feeling your legs strong, steady, and full of energy. No more waking up to painful cramps, no more trembling when you try to stand, and no more fear of losing balance. Just confidence in your steps and a sense of freedom in how you move. For many people, especially as they age, strong legs may feel like a memory of the past. But what if that strength could return? Not through intense gym workouts or expensive treatments, but through something as simple and powerful as nutrition. The truth is, the food and nutrients you put into your body play a massive role in how strong your legs are. Today we are going to explore 7 of the most essential vitamins and minerals that can completely change the way your legs feel and function. These nutrients support muscle performance, improve blood circulation, protect your bones, and help keep your body moving freely and independently. So whether you love walking, gardening, dancing, or simply want to keep getting out of bed on your own without effort, the information here could be exactly what you need. Let us begin with one of the most vital nutrients your legs are craving. 1. Vitamin D, the foundation of strength and balance. Most people know vitamin D for its role in bone health, and while that is important, it is just the beginning. When it comes to keeping your legs strong and steady, vitamin D is one of the most crucial vitamins your body can have. As we get older, our bodies naturally begin to change. Muscle mass slowly declines, bones lose density. Everyday movements like climbing stairs or getting out of a car become more difficult. These changes are a normal part of aging, but they become worse when our bodies are low on essential nutrients. One of the most common and harmful deficiencies is vitamin D. Many people do not realize how directly vitamin D affects leg strength. It is not just about your bones, it is about your muscles, your nerves, and your ability to move confidently. Why do so many people lack vitamin D? Vitamin D is made by your body when your skin is exposed to sunlight, but as we age, our skin becomes less effective at producing it. On top of that, many older adults spend more time indoors, whether because of limited mobility, retirement, or health concerns. The result is a silent, widespread deficiency that leads to weak legs, poor balance, and greater risk of injury. The research is clear. After study has shown that low vitamin D levels are linked to muscle weakness, especially in the lower body. A study published in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism found that seniors who had healthy vitamin D levels showed stronger muscle fibers, better coordination, and improved balance. Those with low levels experienced slower movement, reduced strength, and greater difficulty performing daily activities. How vitamin D works in your body. Vitamin D helps your nervous system communicate more effectively with your muscles. It improves the way your muscles contract and respond, giving you more control and quicker reactions. It also supports protein production, which is essential for repairing and growing muscle tissue. One of its most important roles is in preserving fast-twitch muscle fibers. These are the fibers that help you respond quickly, like catching your balance when you trip or lifting your leg to step over something. Without enough vitamin D, these fibers weaken, leading to delayed responses and increasing your chances of falling. Vitamin D helps relieve pain and cramping. Beyond strength and coordination, vitamin D also helps reduce inflammation in the muscles. This means people with adequate vitamin D often experience fewer cramps, less stiffness, and reduced chronic pain in the legs. If you often deal with nighttime cramps, unexplained aches in your thighs or calves, or soreness, even after light activity, there is a good chance vitamin D deficiency may be to blame. The bigger problem with deficiency. Ignoring a lack of vitamin D does not just lead to weaker legs, it increases the risk of serious health issues, including muscle loss, falls and fractures, limited mobility, chronic inflammation, loss of independence. That is why vitamin D is not just helpful but essential for maintaining leg strength, stability, and safety as you age. How to get enough vitamin D. Try to get 15 to 30 minutes of direct sunlight several times per week, depending on your skin and location. Eat foods that contain vitamin D, such as salmon, mackerel, egg yolks, fortified milk, or plant-based milk and mushrooms. If you are unable to get enough from sunlight and food supplements can help. Speak with your doctor to find out the right amount for you. This is only the beginning. There are 6 more vitamins and minerals that play key roles in keeping your legs healthy, your muscles strong, and your balance sharp. One helps improve blood flow. Another slows down age-related muscle loss, and one important nutrient even supports both nerve and muscle function at the same time. Stay tuned as we continue this journey together. The path to stronger legs and better mobility is real, and it starts with the nutrients your body needs most. After understanding how essential vitamin D is for building strength and balance in your legs, it's time to look at what happens when your body doesn't get enough of it, and why pairing it with calcium is so important. Without sufficient vitamin D, your body struggles to absorb calcium properly, and when calcium isn't absorbed, your bones become brittle, fragile, and dangerously prone to fractures. A minor stumble, something that wouldn't have caused harm years ago, can suddenly lead to a serious injury like a hip fracture, which may drastically affect your ability to move freely or even live independently. But the risks don't stop with bones and muscles. A lack of vitamin D has been linked to a range of health problems beyond the legs. Studies have shown that low vitamin D levels are associated with an increased risk of heart disease, cognitive decline, and weakened immune function. Seniors who overlook this vital nutrient might not just struggle with weakness in their legs, they may also face greater chances of developing chronic illnesses that further limit their quality of life. So, what can you do about it? The good news is that raising your vitamin D levels is not only possible, it's surprisingly simple, and the benefits can be life-changing. Let's start with sunlight. Just 15 to 30 minutes of direct exposure to sunlight, preferably in the early morning or late afternoon, can give your body a natural boost in vitamin D production. Try to expose your arms and legs if possible. Those areas help your skin synthesize more vitamin D, but be aware that sunscreen, while important for skin protection, can also block this process, so timing and balance are key. Next, let's talk about food. While diet alone might not provide all the vitamin D your body needs, certain foods can definitely contribute. Fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, egg yolks, sardines, beans, mushrooms, and fortified dairy products are great options. Including these in your meals a few times a week can add steady support to your overall intake. For many seniors, though, especially those who spend much of their time indoors, a supplement may be essential. Experts generally recommend taking between 800 and 1,000 IU of vitamin D daily to support strong bones and muscles. In cases of severe deficiency, doctors may prescribe higher doses, but always under careful supervision. If you're not sure where your vitamin D levels stand, a simple blood test can give you clarity. These tests are now a routine part of many health checkups for older adults, since the link between vitamin D and preventing falls and fractures is so well established. Now let's talk about calcium, the mineral that works hand in hand with vitamin D. Unlike younger people whose bones are still actively rebuilding and reshaping themselves, older adults go through a slow and steady loss of bone density. This makes bones more fragile, more porous, and more prone to serious breaks. That's especially dangerous when it comes to the legs. Hip fractures, femur breaks, and stress fractures in the lower limbs are among the most serious and life-altering injuries for older adults. Imagine this: a fall that would have meant nothing when you were 25 could now mean months of recovery or permanent loss of mobility if your bones are calcium depleted. But calcium's job doesn't end with bone strength. It's also critical to your muscle function. Every single step you take, every time you sit or stand, your muscles rely on calcium to contract properly. Inside your muscle fibers, calcium ions act like tiny messengers, sending signals that trigger smooth, controlled movement. When you don't have enough calcium, those muscle contractions become sluggish. You may experience more leg cramps, slower walking speed, and a general sense of muscle fatigue or weakness. Without adequate calcium, your muscles struggle to generate the strength they need to keep you stable. So how can you make sure you're getting enough calcium? Dairy products are a common and reliable source. Milk, cheese, and yogurt are all calcium-rich staples. But they're not the only options. Many leafy green vegetables like kale and bok choy also contain high levels of calcium. Almonds, tofu sardines, and fortified plant-based milks can also provide great support for your calcium needs. The key is variety. By including a range of calcium-rich foods in your diet, you give your body a more consistent and efficient way to absorb this vital mineral. However, in some cases, especially for people who have dietary restrictions, lactose intolerance, or absorption issues, food alone might not be enough. In those situations, calcium supplements may be necessary to meet daily requirements. As with vitamin D, it's a good idea to talk to your healthcare provider to determine the right dosage and approach for your individual needs. Strong legs and steady bones are not just about exercise, they begin with the nutrients you feed your body. By ensuring you get enough vitamin D and calcium, you're not just protecting your mobility, you're investing in your independence, confidence, and quality of life. Building on the foundation of strong bones and muscles supported by calcium and vitamin D, there's another essential piece of the puzzle that often goes unnoticed but plays a critical role in how well your legs move and feel every single day. This is where calcium supplements come into play, especially when paired with vitamin D. Vitamin D enhances calcium absorption in the body, making sure that the calcium you consume actually reaches your bones and muscles where it's needed most. However, more isn't always better. While calcium is undeniably important, taking too much, particularly in the form of supplements, can lead to unintended side effects. These include calcium deposits in the arteries, kidney stones, and digestive discomfort. Finding the right balance is key, especially for older adults. The recommended daily intake for seniors is typically between 1,000 and 1,200 milligrams of calcium per day. Ideally, this should come from a variety of natural food sources, with supplements only added when necessary to fill in the gaps. But calcium intake alone isn't enough. Movement is another critical factor in calcium's effectiveness. Without physical activity, even the perfect amount of calcium can't fully support your skeletal system. Weight-bearing exercises like walking resistance training and even light jogging stimulate bone remodeling. This process helps guide calcium into the bones, making them stronger and more resilient. Think of it this way: your bones are living structures. They respond to movement by becoming denser and more durable. Without that stimulation, calcium can't do its job properly. Neglecting calcium doesn't just weaken bones, it gradually strips away your ability to move freely. It limits your chances of enjoying activities you once loved. It chips away at your independence. A life filled with stability, confidence, and freedom begins with a simple truth: strong bones and muscles matter, and both rely on calcium and movement working hand in hand. Now let's talk about something most people rarely connect to leg strength: vitamin B12. While most conversations about leg health focus on calcium, protein, or exercise, very few highlight the essential role of B12 in neuromuscular health. Yet this vitamin is absolutely fundamental in keeping your nerves healthy. It ensures that the electrical signals traveling from your brain and spinal cord down to your legs stay fast, accurate, and strong. Without enough B12, your muscles don't receive the proper signals from your nervous system. This leads to a range of symptoms, including muscle weakness, instability, and a slow but noticeable decline in your ability to control your movements. It's no coincidence that one of the most common signs of a B12 deficiency is a feeling of heavy, tired legs, often accompanied by numbness or tingling sensations. What makes the issue even more concerning is how widespread B12 deficiency is among older adults. Unlike some vitamins that are stored in fat or absorbed easily from a variety of foods, B12 is different. Its absorption is highly dependent on your digestive health. Your body needs enough stomach acid and a special protein called intrinsic factor to extract B12 from food. As we age, stomach acid production naturally decreases. Conditions like gastritis, acid reflux, and even long-term use of antacids can make absorption worse. To add to the problem, many older adults unknowingly eat diets that are low in B12-rich foods. The result, a slow but steady depletion of this essential vitamin, and the consequences go far beyond just feeling tired. If left unaddressed, a B12 deficiency can lead to irreversible nerve damage. This affects your balance, coordination, and reflexes, three pillars of healthy movement. Many seniors who experience frequent falls, have trouble walking, or feel like their legs just don't work the way they used to, may actually be suffering from the neurological impact of a B12 shortage. But because the decline often happens gradually, it's frequently mistaken for just a normal part of aging. The truth is, it's not normal, and it's entirely preventable. The good news: restoring B12 levels can dramatically improve your strength, mobility, and overall energy. In fact, studies have shown that seniors who correct their B12 deficiency often experience measurable improvements in endurance, stability, and leg function. The transformation can be profound, sometimes noticeable within weeks. But where exactly does vitamin B12 come from? Unlike many other nutrients that are found in both plants and animal products, B12 is found almost exclusively in animal-based foods. That includes meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and dairy. This makes it especially important for older adults following vegetarian or low animal product diets to be mindful of their B12 intake. Supplementation may be necessary, especially in cases where absorption is impaired or dietary intake is low. And in certain situations, such as with diagnosed deficiency, doctors may recommend B12 injections or higher dose oral supplements to restore levels efficiently. Leg strength isn't just about muscles and bones, it's also about the invisible network of nerves that keep everything working together. And for that system to run smoothly, vitamin B12 is absolutely essential. Continuing from the importance of vitamin B12 in supporting nerve signals and coordination, we now shift to another powerful yet often overlooked mineral that plays a silent role in every single step you take: magnesium. The best sources of vitamin B12 include lean meats, fish eggs, dairy, and shellfish. Among these, clams and liver are considered some of the richest. But what about those who follow a plant-based diet or have trouble absorbing nutrients from food? For them, B12 fortified foods like cereals and plant-based milks, along with B12 supplements, become essential tools for maintaining nerve and muscle health. The encouraging part is that B12 is one of the safest vitamins to supplement. Any excess is simply flushed out through urine. That means higher dose supplements or periodic injections are both safe and effective, especially for individuals whose bodies have difficulty extracting B12 from food alone. Many older adults benefit greatly from regular supplementation, as it can prevent the gradual decline in nerve function that so often affects mobility. Routine blood tests can help monitor B12 levels and ensure they stay within the optimal range. These simple checkups can make a massive difference, helping to preserve leg strength, reflexes, and independence. But here's the bigger picture. Strong legs are not just about building muscle, they're also about how well your nervous system works. How quickly can your legs respond when you start to trip? How coordinated do you feel when walking in a crowd or stepping over obstacles? No matter how often you exercise, if your nerve signals are not firing properly, your legs will not respond the way they should. That's why maintaining healthy B12 levels is one of the most powerful and underrated ways to protect your ability to move freely as you age. And speaking of essential nutrients that support movement, let's talk about magnesium. Every single time you lift your foot or shift your weight, magnesium is hard at work behind the scenes. This vital mineral ensures that your muscles receive the right signals to contract and relax in perfect harmony. It acts as a master regulator of muscle function, preventing spasms, reducing fatigue, and supporting muscular endurance. One of the most common yet least talked about symptoms of magnesium deficiency is restless leg syndrome. Many older adults also report frequent nighttime leg cramps, sudden painful contractions that strike in the middle of the night and interrupt restful sleep. These cramps are not just uncomfortable, they're your body's way of signaling that something is off balance. When muscles can't relax properly, it's often due to low magnesium levels. Magnesium works by calming overactive nerve signals. It prevents muscles from seizing up without warning. This is especially important for individuals who often feel tension, tightness, or twitching in their legs. For people who regularly experience involuntary muscle movements, magnesium could be the missing piece they've been searching for. But magnesium's role extends beyond just muscle health. It is also essential for bone density and joint function, While calcium is often the star of bone health discussions, calcium actually needs magnesium to do its job correctly. Magnesium regulates how calcium is transported through the body and ensures it is absorbed into bones rather than settling into soft tissues where it can lead to stiffness or joint discomfort. Research has shown that adults with higher magnesium intake tend to have stronger bones and face a lower risk of fractures as they age. This makes magnesium a key player not only in muscle performance but in long-term bone protection and overall mobility. So why is magnesium deficiency so widespread? There are several reasons. First, magnesium is quickly depleted by stress, a factor many people experience daily. Second, several common medications can lower magnesium levels. These include diuretics, proton pump inhibitors, and certain blood pressure medications. Third, many modern diets are low in magnesium-rich foods such as leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes. The result, a silent, slow decline in strength, flexibility, and endurance. Many older adults begin to notice they cannot walk as far as they used to, struggle with stairs, or feel exhausted after short bursts of movement. It's easy to blame aging, but in many cases it's simply a lack of the nutrients their bodies need to perform well. The good news is that replenishing magnesium levels can bring noticeable, even rapid improvements in leg health. For many, leg cramps start to disappear, energy levels go up, movement feels smoother, more controlled, and less tiring. When your muscles are fueled properly, even simple tasks like walking, standing, or stretching feel easier. Magnesium gives your body the power to move with comfort and confidence, one step at a time. Following the impact of magnesium on muscle control and overall leg performance, we now move to another crucial mineral that plays a powerful yet often underestimated role in daily mobility: potassium. When it comes to maintaining healthy magnesium levels, your diet is your strongest ally. Leafy greens, nuts, seeds, whole grains, and legumes are among the best sources. Specific foods like pumpkin seeds, almonds, spinach, black beans, and avocados are especially rich in magnesium, making them natural choices for supporting muscle relaxation and bone strength. Including these foods regularly in your meals can go a long way in preventing cramps, stiffness, and fatigue. However, not everyone can get enough magnesium through food alone. Whether due to appetite changes, digestive issues, or dietary limitations, some people may benefit from supplementation. In these cases, magnesium citrate and magnesium glycinate are among the most effective forms thanks to their high bioavailability and ease of absorption by the body. The transformation that occurs when magnesium levels are brought back to normal is often nothing short of remarkable. Older adults who once described their legs as heavy, sluggish, or unresponsive often experience a renewed sense of energy. Cramps and stiffness that once disrupted sleep and daily movement begin to fade. Balance and coordination improve thanks to the stabilizing role magnesium plays in neuromuscular communication, the pathway that helps your brain send accurate movement signals to your legs. Now let's shift our focus to another key player: potassium. Imagine this scenario. You wake up, swing your legs out of bed, and the moment your feet touch the floor, a sharp cramp shoots through your calf. Sound familiar? For many, this is an all too common experience, and it's often caused by low potassium levels. Potassium is a vital mineral that serves as a regulator of muscle function. One of its primary responsibilities is to help maintain the delicate balance of fluids inside and outside your muscle cells. When your potassium levels drop too low, those muscle cells become unstable. As a result, they may contract without warning, leading to painful cramps, especially in the legs where large muscles are more sensitive to imbalances. For older adults, these cramps can be more than a minor inconvenience. They can interfere with sleep limit activity and even trigger fear of moving, especially if the pain is severe or recurring. But muscle cramps are only the beginning. Have you ever stood for a while and felt your legs start to tremble? Or maybe you've noticed your legs stiffen up during a simple walk. These are not just signs of aging, they may be your body's way of telling you it needs more potassium. This mineral is essential for smooth and controlled muscle movement. It facilitates the communication between your nerves and muscles, ensuring that every step is well coordinated and balanced. When potassium is lacking, this communication breaks down. Your muscles may not respond promptly to signals from the brain, leading to shakiness, general weakness, or even difficulty lifting your feet properly. This doesn't just affect comfort, it increases the risk of tripping or falling, and for seniors, preventing falls is a top priority. But potassium's role doesn't end with muscles. It also plays a surprising role in bone health. Over time, excess acid in the body can lead to bone loss. Potassium helps neutralize these acids, preserving bone density and slowing down the rate at which bones deteriorate. This is especially important for maintaining strong, stable legs capable of supporting your body weight and movement with ease. So in a very real way, potassium is not just about how your muscles perform, it's about how your muscles and bones work together in harmony. It ensures that both parts of your leg structure function as a unit, giving you both strength and stability. Now the big question, how do you make sure you're getting enough potassium? Fortunately, nature offers an abundance of potassium-rich foods. While bananas are often the first to come to mind, they're just the beginning. Sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach beans, and oranges are all excellent sources. Even something as simple as a baked potato, especially when eaten with the skin, can provide more potassium than a banana. The key is variety. Including a mix of these fruits, vegetables, and legumes in your daily meals ensures that your muscles and bones receive a steady supply of potassium throughout the day. For those who have trouble reaching their potassium needs through food, alone supplements might seem like a convenient alternative. But how much potassium do you actually need? The recommended daily intake is about 2,600 milligrams for adult women and 3,400 milligrams for adult men. This amount is typically achievable with a well-balanced diet. However, individuals with certain health conditions such as kidney disease or high blood pressure should approach potassium supplements with caution and under medical supervision. That's because potassium levels that are too high can also be dangerous, particularly for those with impaired kidney function. Maintaining proper potassium levels is about more than avoiding cramps. It's about enabling your body to move balance and respond with strength and stability. When your potassium is where it should be, every step feels smoother, every movement more secure. It's one more piece of the puzzle in keeping your legs and your life moving forward. Continuing from the vital role of potassium in ensuring smooth muscle coordination and bone protection, we now turn our attention to another often overlooked nutrient, vitamin K, which acts as a silent guardian of bone strength and joint mobility. For individuals with high blood pressure or kidney-related concerns, potassium intake must be monitored closely under medical guidance. But as we shift gears, let's talk about a vitamin that works quietly in the background, ensuring that calcium, the superstar of bone health, actually goes to the right place, vitamin K. When people think about the nutrients essential for bone health, calcium and vitamin D are typically the first to come to mind. But without vitamin K, these nutrients can't perform their jobs correctly. Vitamin K is the crucial link in the chain. It directs calcium to your bones, where it strengthens and supports them, and prevents it from building up in arteries or soft tissues, where it can cause stiffness, reduce circulation, or even cardiovascular issues. Think of vitamin K like a traffic controller. It guides calcium into the right lanes, keeping it out of your blood vessels and ensuring it flows steadily into your bone structure. This is especially important for older adults whose bones naturally become more vulnerable with age. Research has shown that individuals who consume more vitamin K tend to have stronger bones, a lower risk of fractures, and better overall skeletal health compared to those with low vitamin K intake. That's because vitamin K activates a key protein in the body called osteocalcin. This protein plays a pivotal role by binding calcium to the bone matrix, making bones denser and more resistant to breakage. But vitamin K doesn't stop at just supporting bones. It's also a powerful ally in keeping joints healthy and muscles functioning smoothly. Many people don't realize that strong legs require more than dense bones. Flexible joints and responsive muscles are just as important. Vitamin K has been shown to reduce inflammation in the joints, which may help slow the progression of osteoarthritis. For older adults dealing with stiff or aching knees, especially after long periods of sitting, vitamin K may offer relief. It may be the missing piece that helps you move more comfortably and with greater ease. Have you noticed your knees feel sore when you get up or stiff when climbing stairs? Vitamin K could be playing a role. By supporting joint flexibility and reducing inflammatory responses, it helps keep your legs moving fluidly. Additionally, emerging research suggests that vitamin K helps support muscle strength and coordination, particularly in aging adults. It does this by regulating calcium levels within the muscle cells. This regulation is critical for smooth muscle contractions and the prevention of uncoordinated or jerky movements, which are often linked to falls and balance issues in older adults. The good news is that vitamin K is readily available in a variety of healthy whole foods. Leafy greens such as spinach, kale, Swiss chard, collard greens, and Brussels sprouts are among the richest sources of vitamin K1, the form most commonly found in plants. These greens can be easily incorporated into daily meals, in salads, smoothies, or lightly sautéed as a side dish. But there's another form of vitamin K that's equally important, if not more so. Vitamin K2. While K1 primarily comes from plants, K2 is found in fermented foods and certain animal products. Foods like natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans, aged cheeses, egg yolks, and liver, are excellent sources of K2. Why does K2 matter? This form stays active in the body longer and plays an even greater role in directing calcium into bones and away from arteries. It provides extended protection and support, making it particularly beneficial for long-term bone health. If you're looking to boost your vitamin K intake naturally, the best approach is to increase your daily consumption of green vegetables and incorporate more fermented foods into your diet. Even small changes like adding kale to a morning smoothie or serving spinach alongside your dinner can make a big difference over time. However, it's important to recognize that some individuals may have difficulty absorbing vitamin K from food. This is especially true for those with digestive disorders or people taking long-term antibiotics, which can interfere with vitamin absorption. In such cases, supplementation might be considered, but it must be done carefully. If you are on blood-thinning medications such as warfarin, increasing vitamin K intake without medical supervision can interfere with how those drugs work. Because vitamin K plays a role in blood clotting, it can counteract the effects of anticoagulants, making medical guidance essential. So while vitamin K is a powerful and necessary ally for bone, joint, and muscle health, it must be used with care, especially in individuals managing chronic conditions or on specific medications. And with that, we now prepare to explore yet another key nutrient that quietly supports muscle performance and energy production, vitamin B6. Continuing from the vital role of vitamin K in directing calcium and supporting joint health, we now turn to a nutrient that works deeper within the body, supporting the nerves, fueling muscles, and keeping your energy steady. Let's talk about vitamin B6. While many nutrients play a part in helping us move with ease, vitamin B6 stands out for its essential role in maintaining nerve health, supporting muscle recovery, and ensuring that your body makes the most of the protein you eat. Protein is often praised for muscle growth, but without B6, your body can't fully use it to build or maintain muscle mass. The result, even if your muscles seem strong, they may slowly weaken over time. Activities like standing up from a chair or walking up the stairs might start to feel surprisingly difficult. One of the most overlooked yet important aspects of vitamin B6 is its role in nerve signaling and coordination. When your B6 levels drop, the messages sent from your brain to your muscles can become slow, distorted, or misdirected. This leads to symptoms that are often mistaken for age-related decline, numbness in the feet, tingling in the legs, or an unsteady walking pattern. In reality, your body may simply be lacking the right nutrients to support proper neuromuscular function. Another key function of vitamin B6 is its ability to regulate inflammation, particularly in the muscles. This makes a major difference when it comes to muscle fatigue and flexibility. If your legs often feel stiff, sore, or take longer to recover after walking or activity low, B6 could be contributing. By helping to calm inflammation in the body, B6 keeps muscles more relaxed and resilient so you move with less discomfort and bounce back faster from everyday exertion. But the benefits of vitamin B6 don't stop at muscles and nerves. This powerhouse vitamin is also vital for producing red blood cells. These cells carry oxygen throughout your body, delivering the fuel your muscles need to stay active and energized. Without enough B6, your body may produce fewer red blood cells, which lowers hemoglobin levels. And when your muscles aren't getting the oxygen they need, fatigue sets in fast. Have you ever felt out of breath or unusually tired after a short walk? Or maybe your legs start to feel heavy after climbing just a few steps? That could be your body's way of asking for more vitamin B6. So where can you get this essential nutrient? Thankfully, vitamin B6 is found in many common and delicious foods. Poultry, especially chicken and turkey, is a rich source. Fish like salmon and tuna also provide a generous dose. For plant-based options, bananas, potatoes, chickpeas, and fortified cereals all contain significant amounts of B6. Adding these foods to your regular meals is a natural and effective way to support your muscle and nerve health. Of course, for some individuals, especially those with digestive problems, nutrient absorption issues, or dietary restrictions, meeting B6 needs through food alone can be challenging. In those cases, a supplement may be helpful. The recommended daily intake for vitamin B6 varies slightly by age and gender. For most older adults, the target is around 1.5 milligrams per day for women and 1.7 milligrams for men. While vitamin B6 supplements are generally considered safe, high doses taken over a long period can potentially lead to nerve damage. That's why it's important to focus on balance. Getting your B6 from food sources is the safest and most beneficial way to maintain steady levels and avoid unnecessary risks. By ensuring your body has enough B6, you're not just supporting muscle strength, you're empowering your entire movement system. From smooth coordination to lasting energy, this vitamin touches nearly every part of how your legs feel and function. Strong legs don't happen by chance. They're built through a combination of the right nutrients, steady activity, and attention to your body's signals. With vitamin B6 in your daily routine, you give your muscles and nerves what they need to keep you moving freely, confidently, and without fatigue. That brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you found the information helpful and empowering for your health journey. Wishing you strength, energy, and vibrant wellness every day. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, leave a comment to share your thoughts or questions, and subscribe to Healthy Hues Wellness for more valuable tips. And of course, hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Take care and see you in the next video.